if Azimio wins, what impact will it have to the nations?
AZIMIO is not going to win, so there's no impact.
Not about you, Uda.
I think this guy is not even understanding questions.
I'm
The
not
journalists have not said when AZIMIO wins. The journalists have given you an option if. So talk about that possibility. Like, is he talking about the possibility, or like with him, he's not viewing any view. And that's why you are saying these are people that are hitting the drums of war. Because if you are only telling Kenyans that something like that cannot happen.
He's an actuary, he understands mathematics compared to language.
That's what I'm saying, like, but we are now here to talk to Kenyans. Like, the question was if.
Okay.
For example, if AZIMIO wins, in my view, which I'm confident, because I support them, that they're going to win,
Are you sure you support
we
AZIMIO?
are going.
My question.
Are you seeing the way they are
No,
complaining?
no.
Maybe he's not supporting the side that he's saying.
No,
But
I'm
me,
asking, yeah,
any
yes,
day, you asked me that question from the first. I said any day, anytime, Raila Amolo Odinga.
Yeah.
I said that one. I'm still holding to the same. So if AZIMIO La Umoja One Kenya coalition wins today the elections, the manifesto are there. Those are what we talk about as an impact. That's why I said this is my contractual agreement with you. Raila have offered. In contract we have offering and acceptance. Raila have given an offer to Kenyans. We are now persuading Kenyans to make acceptance to that offer. If Kenyans make acceptance to that offer, what Raila gave them as a contractual agreement will be judged for us. We have seen is a good thing, and therefore impact will be to the people of Kenya. I cannot explain past that. Let's wait, Raila wins. God willing, we are praying for that. We are hopeful he's going to win. When that time comes, he have his contract with the people of Kenya. At least we can tell Raila, you told us about Babacare. What have you done? But you cannot ask President for 5 years, you told us about bottom up. Without any other thing being addressed. Bottom up. Everyone works for 5 years. Since handshake, the guy have been walking about. Now, even in our contemporary language, if you say things like form have been used to know like this bad issues like tunaenda kuban mahali, such like stuff. And the guy tells Kenya, form ni bottom up. So form unaweza danganywa. Why can't that the guy come directly? Form unaweza ambiwa form iko na uende ukose form. Form haiko tena. So use a proper language. Tell Kenyans that this is my contract with you. Eti form ni bottom up. So these guys that are talking about these things, for heaven's sake, na nyinyi sijini no, just come. You are running for the top position. We know that this is a language to who the Kenyans voters, but come with the factual details. Present your document. Today I can sue Raila. Cut us with that document. That document is a public document. If he wins and is not doing, I can go like, you told us this. What happened? But at the same time, because in 2017 they told us about study and everything, but it was not documented. They lied to us. Today is also telling about bottom up, working everywhere bottom up, without any other manifesto. If there is, they should tell us.
Saturday we are unveiling our full manifesto.
So you have campaigned for 5 years for one manifesto, and 2 months to election, you are coming to unveil the rest. I've told you Raila did not just launch manifesto. That was a launch. Raila had mentioned his manifesto on 10th of December last year. So all this time, Kenyans knew about 10-point agenda. What Raila did was now launching of the manifesto. That even after other consideration, apart from the 15 that I talked about, we have now come back to you guys and we are now certain that all we said on 10th of December are the same thing that we stand for. Martha have come, Martha have said they are okay. Let's give it a try.
Okay, you know, the problem with you, like you want to purport and claim that bottom up is like it has aspects. It's not a point like, okay, for a bottom up to be achieved, it has aspects, it has parameters for it to happen. And those parameters is what is called a manifesto. It's agenda. Like you see, all these things that
those manifesto, we have 2 months. Like Kenyans are waiting for you for 2 months.
Like
election.
you see, all these things, they're
90%
narrowed down.
Kenya
You see,
without a manifesto.
the difference between these two camps is
Okay, I know T for Jacoya wins.
Wajakoya wins.
If Wajakoya wins, it's going to be a bad possibility for country, because if you want to suspend the laws, as I've said, I'm an activist. I can only defend the human rights laws if there are the legal documents that are there that I can quote. But if it's done away with or tampered away with, it means, I said here before, I can kill. For example, you know, like the Nakada and everything have the reports about bank and everything. Try to imagine how this country can be. So I'm praying that should not come to play. For heaven's sake, that should not.
if my candidate wins, I think this country will have very many benefits.
In which ways?
I think
Snake farming.
those are just some of them. Those are just some of them. But we will benefit in more ways than one. I think on 2nd of next month we will be launching our manifesto, and we will put everything clear to everyone, every Kenyan, so that they can see our projects, our agendas that we have for this country.
You see, why everyone is talking about Azimio's manifesto is like these people walikuwa wanataka kuja mbele ya watu ili so that they can have something to say against the others. Hiyo ndio kitu wao wanafanya, like okay, let us chase the bag first, tufike hapo wa kwanza. You see, this thing you take it slowly. If you are confident that you're going to win, usikue na pupa. This is politics. Usikue na pupa. If you are sure that relax, utashinda. That's why my president to be of Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, ametulia, a very relaxed man. He's still meeting the people. Ruto is not doing rallies. After declared to run for the presidency, the guy is still having some meetings with these people. How should economical reforms be achieved? Not that this bottom up. It was just something. You see, these two camps. There's one for liberation and revolutionary reforms, and there's one for economical reforms. These two, Martha and Baba, they are revolutionaries. These people have liberated this country. We don't dispute that. And we agree. Me agree, these people fought for the second liberation, and we enjoyed the fruit. But now, the same faces comes with nothing. They have nothing to reform the economy. They're just telling us we see Baba care, who is caring. But now you see, now you see.
When he was fighting for revolution, he was caring for Kenyans. So I can certain Baba cares. I have no doubt over that.
My friend, so according to me what I know is that first, Azimio will not win. That's my statement. First. Second, let me give them a benefit of doubt. 0.2% out of 100. If they win, the country is doomed. Yeah, the country will be like, no, we have no place. Because the dynasties will be there. They'll take everything. They will grab everything. They'll be taking things that belongs to us. We as the hustlers will be working for them. We don't want to go back to the situation of Lazarus and the rich man. Only the small that drips below the table is what we take. We want to be at the table. See, that's what we want. That's why we are calling all Kenyans, we are rallying all Kenyans behind us. Please come for the economic reforms so that we can improve and grow our economy. That's what we are up to. This country doesn't need people to liberate us. We are full with the liberators. We need now economy to be reformed. The cost of living, how we get things, the service delivery. That's what we need. Because it's not that when you get 200 shillings, you can even still go 1 meal less. That's what we need. We need prices for fuels, prices for food stuff, prices for everything to go down. Let's produce our things at low price. We give it to the consumers at affordable price. That's what we know. You see, these people...
He's talking about production, but he supports importation. My great question. He's saying, of course, Kenya cannot do with their only production. But even if you talk about the mitumba that they have addressed severally, look at what happened in Rwanda. Do you know the AGOA report? African Growth Opportunities Act. African Growth and Opportunities Act. Why was signed in America, I think in the year 2000, in the US? What happened when Rwanda bolted out and said, like, we don't want this mitumba cloths being deposited? Those people started fighting us. So, like, we are in a country and in a region like Africa in general, where people fear making some hard decisions. Are you seeing? And they want to maintain the status quo. And they are telling us the same way they want to maintain the status quo, they are the chief of the reforms. Having served as a deputy president for 10 years, I still promise, yes, Mr. 6 months is there. But in the next 2 months, Mr. 6 months will go home for 5 years. We can assure them that.